Hey guys, it's Jalen. Welcome back. I'm here today to share with you my update for Pan and Every palette. I'm feeling like I'm coming down with something. I need a cough drop. However, look who's on the bed. This never happens anymore. And he's so cute. And if I walk out of the room, Ziggy usually pops up. He's like, "Where'd you go?" And then we've got Chaos over here, Marley, making all kinds of noise. So I feel like if I get up to go get what I need, I'm going to disturb this guy and he's going to get up and go. So I'm being the crazy cat person and I'm not getting the cough drop. Why don't I have any here? I don't know. Look at how cute he is. Marley left. Anyway, if I really need them, I will go get them. But for right now, I'm going to try to hold off because I'm just so excited he's here. Anyway, this is Pan and Every palette. And the original creator of this project is Lady Pansalot. My inspiration was Paula at a Beauty Guru made me do it. So I am working on 5 palettes, of which the shadows I pick. And then I also have 3 palettes, of which the shadows are random. So I have 8 palettes total. Now, last month I did not have a palette that rolled out. This month I have 1. And I'm pretty close on a couple of others. I'm not going to roll in any additional palettes other than the 1 because I'm going to be traveling for like 2 weeks in June. So I'm a little concerned that I'm not going to be able to use these palettes very much in the month, but we will see. So let me share with you all the palettes that I'm working on. Let's start with that. The palettes where I got to pick the shade. The first one is the Viseart Petite Pro 5 Soleil, which is very dirty. My apologies. The Tarte Tartlet in Bloom. The Nabla Dreamy palette. The Bare Minerals Nudes palette. And the Sydney Grace and Temptalia Quintessence palette. And the palettes where the shades were picked for me, I have the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette, the Juvia's Place The Berries palette, and the Hip Dot The Zion palette, or just Zion. Okay, now for the palette where I hit pan. That was the Nabla Dreamy palette. I am so excited. I was like digging for gold in this palette one day, and there it is. You see the pan? Oh, finally. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you go. There you are. I really do love this shade. It's Inception. It's really pretty. It's like a muted rosy purple. It's gorgeous. Finally hit pan. Anyway, this one is rolling out. This one is it's a little dirty. Or there's something on here. Yeah, so this one's rolling out. Woohoo! I have a cat hair. Now for how I'm doing on the rest of these. So the Viseart Petite Pro Soleil. So I'm working on this gold shade here. And I think last month I was like, I'm going to focus on this one. And I have used it several times. And I think compared to last month, there is a pretty significant difference in the pan. I feel like I almost need to get a smaller brush in this. I need to be using a smaller brush because I feel like this pan is so small. It's almost like by the time I hit pan, if I use the brush that I would normally use, I'm going to be using like half the shadow. But anyway, there's the shade. It's pretty. It's just not a shade that I would normally use. So I really have to like be cognizant of when I use it. And the times that I do use it, I use it with the shadow in here. So I'll show you that shadow here in a little bit. Next up is the Tarte Tartlet in Bloom palette. And I'm very close to hitting pan in this one. This is the shade Activist here. And I've actually been using this in my brow. I actually have it in my brows today. I use it in conjunction with the ABH Brow Dip Pomade. And I don't use that every day. I only use it days like today when I had a little bit of extra time, but I feel like I'm pretty close. I mean, I could be lying, but I feel like I'm pretty close. I may pull in a shade for this. I don't know. I may. Why not? Why not? Yeah, maybe. Next up, we have the Bare Minerals Nudes palette. And this one I've used, but you can barely tell. It's kind of frustrating. It's a nice shade. It's a nice neutral shade. But yeah, you can hardly tell I've used it. And then lastly, for the shades that I've chosen is from the Sydney Grace and Tim Talia palette. This is Quintessence Light. I didn't say that at first. And the shade I'm working on is Milky Way, which is this one here. This is really, really pretty. I have a teeny tiny little dip. Teeny tiny little dip. It's not much, but this is stunning. Stunning. I love that shade. None of these are going to be going with me on my travels because I just can't be traveling with palettes. They're just too bulky. So they'll be staying here, but it's fine. I have other things I need to be working on. But yeah, there we go. Those are the 4 shades remaining in the palettes where I chose the shade. And the 3 where the shades were chosen for me, I have the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. And the shade I'm working on is Poppy. Sorry, Poppy. And here's the shade. So I feel like I'm close on this one as well. I have been focusing a little bit on this one. And I'm like, am I close? I'm trying to think. I can actually see how deep these pans are. So I may pull that out here in a minute. But when I use Poppy, I also try to use this shade from Viseart. I use them in conjunction. And I really do like using those together with a shade from Divina called Fairy Fire. It's so pretty. This one here as like a topper to kind of mesh the two together. I'll just put it right here so you can see. So I use this to kind of pull these two together. It's so pretty. Anyway. Next we have the Berries palette by Juvia's Place. And this one could also be close. I'm working on this dark berry matte. As you can see, I have a nice dip going there. I don't know how deep these pans are. I may not be close. I don't know. I use this a lot. All right, you want to swatch like crapola? Fine, swatch like crapola. Okay, there is that dark berry matte from Juvia's Place. It's really pretty. It's a great, like, just right in the outer corner shade. By the way, I'm not wearing any of these shadows on my eyes today. But it's really pretty. I really enjoy it. I mean, I know Juvia's Place is, like, not the best in terms of their owners, but I still want to use the shadows. And the last palette is the Hip Dot Zion palette. And I have the shade Sublime. So I put this on the back burner while I was working on Inception because I felt like they were similar enough shadows. So while I was working on that one, I put this one aside, but I can kind of bring this one back. There we go. It's really pretty. Anytime I do like a berry look or a purple look, it's a great look. There we go. So I think I am going to bring in 2 because I'm a glutton for punishment. Because I do feel like as I'm focusing on using that Dip Brow Pomade, I am going to hit pan in that brown and the Tartelette and Bloom pretty quick. So we're going to pick 2 palettes. Ooh, oh. Very exciting. He's still there. I'm going to try to sneak away and grab it. Be right back. I'm back. Hey. See, he wakes up as soon as I walk out. I don't know about you guys, but YouTube is like an escape for me right now with all the insanity going on in the world. Yeah, I know. Right, Marley? Thank you for being my friends. Okay, here we go. We're picking 2. See what we get. Please be good. Smashbox Golden Hour Eye Palette. I may declutter that. Okay, we'll see. I'm going to pull it out. Okay. Let me remove it and we'll pick another one. This is 2. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Oh, there's a bunch of like blank lines. What the heck? Oops, whoops. Hold on. Ooh, the Lolita palette. Okay, that's 2. Oh my gosh, one more. In case I decide to declutter that one palette. Ooh, the Juvia's Place, the Festival palette. I think that's really big pants. Okay, let me pull these 3. If I decide to keep the Smashbox palette, we'll take out the Juvia's one. All right, let me pull these palettes. I will be right back. Okay, so let's start with the one I know for sure I am going to pick from, and that is the KVD Beauty Lolita palette. This is an all matte palette. And I love this palette. So I am thinking I have a shade very similar to this in my KVD quad for my Pan That palette, although I'm very close to finishing it. And let's see. This kind of reminds me of the Juvia's Place Berries shade that I'm working on. Okay, because we are in summer, I'm actually going to go with the shade Lolita. Normally I would go for like a shade, like one of these shades, but I'm going to go with Lolita. I think it's a really pretty color. There we go. There's Lolita. It's so warm. All right, now let's pull out the Smashbox palette. So we have the Smashbox Cover Shot Golden Hour Eye Palette. So this is like, well, it's an old palette, right? And here is what it looks like. So I have used this a little bit. a little bit. I don't know. Let me swatch these shades. It may be easy to hit pan in this. Okay, here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and roll this in. And I think I'm going to, I was tempted to, oh, this palette is so hard to.
We can't push the back.
I was tempted to roll in like an easy shade like this. Sorry, I know my camera is. Okay, I don't think my camera's focusing on here. My apologies. I'm tempted to roll in this shade, which is just a gimme shade. I mean, it's a crease shade, like just a general crease shade. Very, very simple crease shade. And I still may do that. I'm also wanting to roll in this shade here, which I have a small dip in already. And the reason why I want to roll that in is because I feel like that'll give me an idea of the shimmer formula and if I want to keep this. So I think that's what I think I'm going to do the shimmer. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I roll in so many eyeshadows? Why? There is the shimmer. But I am still going to roll this one in because I want to. Now this one, I did not pick this palette. This was accidentally sent to me by Ulta and they told me to keep it. So, let's see. Look at that. I'm going to do it. I feel like this needs some pizzazz. This is like so meh. So I'm rolling in ABBA, the turquoise. This color scheme I got going on needs something. It needs something. There we go. Whew! Thank the Lord. I could have done the pink, and the pink would have added pizzazz too, but I feel like the pink would only really be able to be used for a certain period of time. I feel like I can use that turquoise for a while. So anyway, that's what we got going on. He's dreaming. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you are doing well and staying safe. Please hit that subscribe button, and I will see y'all next time. Bye. Wish me luck, guys. Hopefully I can roll out like 3 palettes next month. Don't think it's going to happen. Well, maybe 2. Maybe 2. We'll see. Goes here. Ziggy's here. Oh, look at how cute he is. He's so cute. I need to leave to get some cough drops, but I don't want to. Hey guys, it's Jaylon. Welcome back. If I really need them, I will go get them. Okay, bye.